Feels like fire. Feels like fire. Feels like fire. Feels like fire. Feels like fire.
This is what we have to realize. We are waiting for the scriptures to be fulfilled. That's what gives us comfort. Knowing that what? Judgment is coming to our enemies.
Right.
Judgment is coming to all those that had us in slavery.
Right.
Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 10.
Start verse 9.
Verse 9. Remember the former things of old.
This is God speaking. He said, remember the former days of old. Remember what your fathers used to know. The sayings of your forefathers. The proverbs of your forefathers.
Right.
Read.
For I am God, and there is none else.
There's nobody else. There's no white man in the sky that sits on the throne. What's going on, brother? My brother right here. What's going on? You can come up. Just trying to listen. All right, what are we talking about right now, right? We're talking about how black people have to realize where they come from.
Right.
We have to know our past. If you don't know your past, guess what? You can't have a future, bro.
Right.
You need some guidance. Let me ask you, bro, do you know your heritage? Do you know your history?
Not really, but I'm trying to know more.
Okay, that's good. That's good. The brothers up here, guess what? All of us at one time didn't know who we were.
Right.
If you asked all of us, you would have got 12 different answers for the same people, right? What is your father from? Is he Haitian? Is he American black? Haitian. Guess what? That would mean that you come from the tribe of Levi.
Right.
That's what the so-called Haitians are. Do you know who else was a Haitian or so-called Haitian? Moses.
Right.
Moses that led the children of Israel out of Egypt, he was a Levite.
Right.
That's your forefather. That's where you come from. How do we know that? We know that by the curses of God. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Because guess what? You said you're trying to find out more about your history. You're trying to find out more where you come from. If there was a Chinese man walking right here, and you ask him, hey, where's your family come from? He's going to tell you, oh, I'm from China. My family's part of this family. That goes back to this. That goes back to this dynasty. Black people can't do that.
Right.
They're going to say, I'm black. I'm from around the corner. They don't know where they come from. You understand? Why? Our history was taken from us in school.
Yeah.
We don't learn where we come from. Watch this, read that.
Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
Go ahead.
shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So, the words of God are prophecy. This didn't happen to Jeremiah right there, but he's saying in the future time, all of you are going to forget your heritage. You're going to forget who you are. If you ask any black person today who they are, they're not going to tell you. They can't tell you. Why? Because God said they're not going to be able to do it. Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Who are we serving today? Are we serving our friends in America? Who are we serving today? Who has rule over America?
Teacher.
What people? Let me ask you, what people rule America? Is it a black people? Is it Europeans?
White people.
You would say what?
White people.
White people? Right. You don't know. Yeah, bro, you look at the news. Right, that's what you see. So God says, how do we get over here? Because it said you will serve your enemies. How did blacks and Hispanics get over here?
Good.
Well, blacks, really. How did we get over here?
Get up.
Slavery, my man, slavery. This is how we got over here. In chains. We got over here with stripes on our back. Some of us, a lot of us didn't even make it over here on the ship. A lot of them was thrown off the ship, fed to sharks. We had to eat our own feces on those ships. So guess what? That's why he says in the last days, you're going to serve your enemies. The people you see that repainted the image of Christ, that's not your friend. That's your enemy. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
In a land that you did not know. Blacks were taken from the west coast of Africa, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Rwanda, Burundi. They were all taken to a land that they did not know. That was America. That was America. You understand? You were taken to Boston. All of us was taken to different spots.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
So you were kindled a fire in God's anger. What you seeing in the hood today, guess what? That's the anger of God.
Right.
When you see black people struggling to pay their bills, struggling to eat, that's the anger of God. God is mad at the black community.
Right. Which shall burn forever.
It's going to burn forever. Why? Because we disobeyed his God. We disobeyed his laws. We disobeyed God's commandments. That's why everything was turned against us. Give me Psalms 81 and verse 11. This is why everything is against us today. The reason why we are stuck at the bottom is because simply we don't keep God's commandments.
Right.
You understand? Actually, give me Hosea 13:9, please. This is why. If you hear about black people, what's the solutions that black people say you got to give? They say, what's going to help black communities? They say economics. They say we need more faces in the government. But guess what? We had Obama. That's the top government right there. What did he do for the black community? Not a damn thing. You know what he said? He said, I'm going to help homosexuals have more liberty than black people. They're never going to help us, bro. All they're going to do is put a black face in office to keep Negroes happy. They're not change a damn thing. Read it.
Hosea chapter 13 and verse 9. Oh Israel.
Oh what?
Oh Israel.
This is God talking to his people. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. Read.
Thou hast destroyed thyself.
We destroy ourselves. We destroy ourselves. How do we destroy ourselves? Think of the stuff black people do. How do we destroy ourselves? Killing each other. What else you said? Yeah, niggas killing each other. What else? We do drugs. We kill ourselves, and then we sell the drugs to our own brother. That's why I said if you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor. How you gonna smoke something that says it will kill you, and then go and give it to your brother for money? You understand that, bro? You hate yourself. We don't have a love for ourselves. That's why the image of God was taken away from us. White people understood, if you take away an image from a people, they're not going to have no love. They're not going to have no self-reflection of who they can look to for a standard. Who do black people have to look for a standard? We had Malcolm X, shot and killed. Martin Luther King, shot and killed. Marcus Garvey, exiled, killed. All these people were the only people we had to look up to. So now, who do we have? We have no one. This is why the Lord said in the last days, he's going to bring forth the gospel to show you who you are. Read that.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Go ahead.
But in me is thine help.
That's the help in the last days. And Christ is your help. And the image of God with his doctrine that he actually preached on the earth, that's your help. Because in the last days, there was going to be confusion. Give me back to 24. Watch this. God prophesied of the coming religions that would deceive his people. What deceived our people? Let's talk about my Hispanic brothers, right? When conquistadors, Spaniards came over to this land prior to 1492, what did they teach the Hispanics and natives? What religion did they teach? You don't know. That's fine. They taught them Christianity. They taught them Catholicism. They said, look, if you don't bow down to this cross, we're going to burn everybody. We're going to burn all your children. We're going to cut them up in pieces unless you understand and believe that Jesus is white. Now, that religion was pushed on us in 1619. We got on those plantations. In the beginning, guess what? We had a lot of riots. There was a lot of people revolting against the slave masters. So they said, look, we got to change this around. We got to make these Negroes think that we love them. So what did they do? They gave us our Bible and taught a new religion. They said, look, love your enemies. Love the man that's whipping your back. Love the man that just raped your wife in front of you. Is that the gospel of God? Hell no. That ain't the gospel of God, brother. That's the gospel of your slave master.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.